because I Ubabwam China. Is that the true statement you made?
You made us Mamachia at for near her former Nanopai. Now, Mamenka said, say, Manyasa Konya Quachemo or Fidi on our program, so. But a drubia nipa or per se or passing beer tea na wajina so I the opes obey. Didi kan enye no krese makoba se ahoho bia o mum free dwaboso constituency ni mu so mrametro mu din e wo dwaboso abato mposu aso da bi. So be kaya da me no di nkomo me chechire mu se dwaboso abato mposu aso no ye ne Côte d'Ivoire for ne bohye. Enu nti no nipa bebre e wo Côte d'Ivoire. In fact, some of them are well organized. Ghana hene, Ghana ohima ni ade are well organized. Enye me be ye MP nko at every point in time bia no say registration as a battle bi and as a ye and as a dwadie bi ba wono ba eko eni ade nti sankrofo bi na no mo ba me fi say anasa omo ba ya me fi say na manfo eye hu de de bebre no nti say oh all over the country all over
nti omo ba adwaboso no mo fi
say enye me na me kofo obi ba adwaboso enye me one more banner. So team in Cassania. You see, now more make it the allegation say men are made maba. I mean so me make it that point clear. Say obi every any part of the world. Ba no ye Ghana ni. That's what bisa me say opemwa no the opportunity na say me was money be na muro ma ho odin so ameboa no and there's nothing wrong with it.
So you facilitated omo free borderline.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but most of them no bad on their own.
But ebinimu frail.
Well, ebinimu frail me bad. Almost frail me because they were well organized and because I had met them before. And you say you be about to crack. So
the trust is that omu pay bibi etwem frail. Now the tomb now basi buy.
No. That's not the point. Membasi will be in the first place.
But the minimum frail. And demonstrated some person betro mudi. And we are jabuso for ma.
And nobody no Côte d'Ivoire ko e bi tinkran e bi ti Kumasi and he knows. Obi o here member of parliament dia nim say obi o why trap dia especially students. O make catch say honorable me pese me ba na me betro me din nti bia wo moa bia fa boa me. And again let me tell you this obi of your crasi bi o crasi constituency bia no. Look in my constituency they gave me only 10 centers. 10 centers no. Jabusu area no esun. Into obi owa on 10 miles in and out to go and write his name or her name. 10 miles.
So it's incumbent on you as an MP
to facilitate that movement.
That is the word I want you to use.
To
now,
facilitate.
You facilitated movement of human beings from.
No, but if in communication, if you are not very careful, everybody will not see money. Say, "Oh, basing or fufi outside the country."
But there was a facilitation.
Of course.
Whether through travel or through
it was clear.
Money being given or whatever, there is a facilitation.
It was clear because so even if I'm not contesting an election, I'm a member of parliament, and wouldn't say answer a big critic constituency be out of a constituency or a district out of a district, you know, it is based on population. And you mean facilitate even chiefs because they think that look, the more a population no ebe cost no, that's a development be but our population is no more their maye. In this obi fi ajimadiem ebe be twani din ewo nkate so. That's also one nothing from ajimadiem twani din won nkate so. You are not being fair to the person.
Okay, but you know what funny power facilitating nipa so member really up numbers now probably for other considerations aside parliamentary bid na. Why then do you go attacking a competitor? What is that?
Never. I know and I think that we are main person can make kasa cry because you know me. I have a wife and I respect my wife so much. I have a mother and I have sisters. I have friends. Multimedia Madam for Baba ako frame. And he was hurt about that story. No, and so there's no way I would do such a thing. Never. Some will be so attack will be because of politics.
Right.
Never. And I don't want to go into the details.
Well, blessed with two personalities, some potentially good for Mother Ghana politics, and I've always said, maintaining them in our parliament and beyond their political aspiration, ever bore my Ghana. One of Ghana's finest astute lawyers, member of parliament, ever says among consider the two worth it in parliament. Kobna Minta Kando Anafi, Nimian for Alexander. Afenyo Marken. So disappointed. You go on other sets, you are able to describe somebody as a gay.
I'm some cousin. Oh, Anope meminzikan minchia yanashefo nkanke futuman nyamina adom yetum yezi yanafashe.
I'll go into the issues of Abuache and matters arising, but what is it that is all over?
Last week, a brother, TV3 were inviting him for a debate. Now me expect the Nhane Basa PPP NDC candidate no yami, but you could do no many NDC candidates. Why I was shocked to the bone when debate started. Question be will be bisa about a futu kankwan. Mini wakafa wa print a nkrate the newspaper publication worker kase FIFA mu attack upon attack. Let me na them attack, personal attack is because debate my yebia nowhere did I ever encounter such a shameful personal attack. Jede morality na neza okeka. It told the baby na me say anye piaro. Who constituent ye win ba who NDC fun what primaries. There were newspaper publications. Okay, one paper be published there nanon confidence sebi oyege. Inti semi so measure ba botwa na da work pen na wa nkofo ken. And to the extent that there was a time I crow a program was Central Campus, University of Education Central Campus. And no opwe okasisan home the 3 times. Into upper back and one nanon nkofo was so the one pampers that day until they had to go and change. And I told him that I work academic from your own people were saying these things, but I mean obi sexual orientation on your masam obi or your polygamist on your masam obi or jinyamizi on jinya politics is it a politician who personal life your wawasam inti there is no way o man Mr. them me your politics me sure them bawa se me obi a me attack personality me njinzi there wonkofo ba mo kwande invite mba asa me penny e kobi ne private life eyi number ya hin eyi babon na wa yeda the mazin whenever I raise issue I raise it on the basis of the either your opposition yahin aben yadwin and that has been my style and why wonim so I only drew his attention because my company collapsed. That is a fact and it was caused by elements of the government and I've said it on record there. The first attempt in 2009 it was the then president vice president President Mahama who intervened. I've said it publicly that we went to him complaining, my partner who is an NDC member, we went to complain that this is the attack on our business. It was a multi-million, a dollar investment on your trucks, over 80 trucks, huge investment. A young man running such a huge investment, and because of politics, made you say, "Menka say, then baba shamiyo, ana yes, eba kamiyo, aka for newspaper publication back there. I'm a medical so much. When I have even disputed there, medical, then in a debate, it will be so that what would you do for the people of Ifutu? Then you say, I find you marking oh so much, and immoral, it's a constitutional requirement. Let me say, Abrente, no, I better challenge. It I just drew his attention there. What I won't call for now was which you know. This is what they, but I've never made it an issue. In fact, the first time they said it, I told them that means the menu here. Or you gay and sama.
Okay.
Okay. So that is it. And if you show video now, you will see that I responded directly to those attacks. And I would urge him there in future, if there is any such platform, he should come prepared with issues. Oh man, you know me. Right. In those days when I was contesting the NDC candidate, he was a cabinet minister.
My camera.
Yes, he was a cabinet minister. But I stood my grounds and debated him. We never attacked each other. Many Nanofori, the PPP candidate. Yeah. There was a debate at the university campus, which the NDC candidate was also invited. Wamba. We debated, we do. In fact, what we in the youth in your wobun sema mehede. Yen nara ye wa adwenpa wo oman ho. Simple for one young kofa wo pa atwereko. Yen nya ya azokor ebe hwehwem no. Eyi no wo faase nyeyi, eyi ni anti nyeyi. Ehun de awawara no oma efutu ye ya azokor.
Okay.
Into the attack and say, to be frank with you, I would never tolerate any attack on my person. Okay. Because in some maybe or you win you them me run a good business. My employee winning before driver for I had tankers or red oil from Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan, Yazoo Jos. It collapsed because trucks go to border. Woman on cross because when you know your XL tankers. I had contract with Goil will abrogate the contract. On I there won't load you. Now tankers in Kitimpa won't leaking will load one. The business has collapsed. I had Guinness. I had over 30 trucks. Or to one drinks. That is gone. A bupe mitri a clinker from Aflao to bupe, from Tablibo to Aflao for the Indians. We established one cement factory, Savannah Diamond. That one politics. Oko. My yedi medre mo ho. Me nka complaining. E kawa company abon ye manager board there from pay. Minya kakra me kotua. The church da chibi or therefore be manansa do. Into me ye debate. No wa asebio anko school. Na one year juma. No make us some or ya some come in juma no si bon. Sebio owo inko school baby ami ohia adom metu mako no wa wo sika wo fie anko. Awa in ye juma you unemployed. Na nyime bo contester. Obia na the way your bonebra. Come with issues. Let me also come with issues. But Rebecca me yaw na ebedima it's besima twetwa. Then home ekwan wo ho there. Musuma cow there. What else should na work out for?
But the two distinct thing about Minister, you do genuine politics for Ghana.
It is fair.
And I don't really support.
Oh my, but you know my stance.
But again, don't you?
My main fans are going to say, "Mbo okatachi bumankama abaso."
Okay.
Say asemi see no offer me no both parties. In fact, na minima sem krokra. Tuto ya no e kan sumdwe sem kire say na asase no so de ompe basa basa yo bia. And I think that they are going forward in opinion leaders as of for and near him for also musia. You see the old Casano or names in the church. Ebi cry, Nama Cassembi, sabi imperious, a mind being home, a bit me, a do yene abba. Timpa for no more in the piano, some more friend, mutu for sa, Majidi say, or my betumpo. And a woman come over bank and a benadiano. None was here in share video, and I don't know, and I got it here. And I don't know when you man. We so me akunyo de we dem na wadaro I know who me eja abuache once I represent you honum you become me TC Central Regional Minister is it Ricketts comment he say even though there've been challenges and this time it was better than previous so why didn't you represent?
Well, my winiba chieftaincy politics in say nyimiye ya etwon fi ho owom de ye wo gazetted chief owom de factions ebien no nwaza asam na ekodu Supreme Court Supreme Court ebua but still no twitwiri wo ho.
I wish you don't even comment on it.
Into our politician no member our politician was enye de azibiara obama obe create impression de easy afebiachin etwon ho as usual. Your support as a fumba. Yet the traffic number one. Traffic number one. Yes, one nzama common one. Number two, then to foso yakaya one amanzema one. Yen yuta wawa afa. Yes, one zama mohon. But as for their backgrounds, or ye a faction in a warrior, a faction a boycott. Inti awu ekaya ekatina wa. Nature there awa there support a faction. Next time bibi nyina e campaign fu when you back at na wo e kra na chede dem inti since am be a presiding member abochi bia so since 2006 am a presiding member we futu abochi so mezemenza mako but their backgrounds was a monko e be hwempo a o campaign obe winiba Friday okay but because he was advised on the winiba chieftaincy issue and the abochi thing also okay he but obi wa on time me share pa o man paying Friday no be
that is your interpretation not say so don't say categorically it is your interpretation
no I'm saying it in the positive light on picture so one could share enya de orubu on enyim tia but who university community quickly and okra e man picture na nti awa iti krom one ebe pede butu anamona oza asomdwe baba afa na afa nyina ebe kai homecoming summit ye 28 November 2015 we were able to bring everybody together in that same spirit I am neutral serving all stakeholders.
All right.
That is how come Yenkezi Afebi Wanechi.
All right. So,
but we had a successful abortion. And a Sunday, a abortion cap.
Okay.
Then you promise you come. You never came. You promise you come. You never came.
From all of us remember Jabusu and Kuku farm. Any minute. I was even until just 30 meters. Me was a USC. Metiana my. Well, whether it's good news or what, it will be dependent on your understanding or interpretation of IMF for pass mark. IMF's third review gives government pass mark.
First of all, pass mark is not in absolute terms. A 40% can be a pass mark. You know that.
Constitution be.
Yes. 40% to me a pass mark. In fact, you share IMF and paying for finance committee and an answer. You have to two questions of cranny BNB. Now the way IMF and paying for no way yanon. Muhu de African government ya brepa. African government regret. In the sense that as and when it pleases them, you know, oh well, they would support you. When it does not, they hold back. One basic question, you be saying, IMF and paying for that. Your constitution, I am okay. What's it? Can you be someone there? More legal department. What's in your SU? Can Article 1811? Na can 1816? E bazi no. 1811 ka de busie biara o man rebon o de mbreshe begwafo. Wo hwehwem na wagituma ansana aben na agide miskan. It can 1816 it gives a broader definition of what a loan is. The bosia oninye baze baby a ebe yiskani efi etua whether consolidated fund or any source no ninjara or ye Ghana sika onunti or double parliament. Now ye be someone there where you aware there aben ninjina donye there in the previous IMF programs and previous governments and one famba into was one famba. Two aben ninjina there or your Bank of Ghana in a wobo trade mobosian from one infrastructure wobenya or iguza wuzim into no it is not direct government liability. But on my hand, the question is this: is Bank of Ghana an agency of the state? Yes. The asset of Bank of Ghana, the central bank, is it the asset of government of Ghana? Yes. Is Bank of Ghana a public institution? Yes. Then you ask the next question. Dividends our Bank of Ghana will make out of the operations, you know, or your wana ne assets, or your government of Ghana and the people of Ghana. Now, Aben use Bank of Ghana as its alter ego. Alter ego nansa Aben is in any mekosuma Bank of Ghana. The no your Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile, Bank of Ghana is not leading any discussion. Bank of Ghana has no independent policy on its own. This IMF extended credit facility is driven by government policy. And because IMF for say Osanda yenya oil sikan emu yanhwe yamu duye eyonye MPP nya baumia nya nanado no rekon IMF in April 2015 when we went to them for this support asama Christine Lagarde only graphic year interview okay there when we had discovered oil we were under the illusion yes these were the strong words and I was shocked the government did not respond. Also, we were under the illusion that all was well. Until you mismanaged, these were the words of the IMF. And they came. Now, it is government policy. Aben realized that it was in economic crisis. And they needed policy credibility. After they had earlier denied there, they won't go to IMF. Wabaye a homegrown policies. Century. So all that we saying in the look, Aben, what we told IMF, the IMF, Aben is telling the whole Ghana there, the Madi or a World Bank, a central bank or a Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile, it is their policy, it's government document led by the finance minister, not Bank of Ghana. Into the alter ego principle no now Aben introducing they want to run away from transparency, run away from accountability with respect to the Parliament of Ghana perusing the whole credit facility. 275 MPs for the legal or constitutional requirement for to change. Ne bi se yen nyina de yara IMF and some ya tasi ye pa. Has any MP seen a document on this IMF extended credit facility? You the media, have you cited any detailed program outline and how government is expected to carry this out? So I mean, mamu hunye de dama ben wampe Jojo, wampe kebemi kebi. Iya Dereka was a peer court. In fact, at the committee meeting, those are some of the things. And I was disappointed, or Indian minority were disappointed in the IMF because they used this phrase in an answer to our question on the legality of this. What's it they don't interfere? Missy, really? So I asked the IMF chief that I'm sorry, but what do you call your, this directive? Do this, comply with that. Is it not interference? If you chrome na babaka chende, yen clean ye payroll. If you chrome na babaka chende, we should introduce austerity measures. If you chrome na babaka President Muhammad, or increase the fuel, or increase the electricity tariffs.
It's a directive.
One privatize,
ending up in interference.
Exactly. That is the reality of your conduct. So at the same time, my one fact documenting. Talk to them that Mamuye one Bremen on ye interfere parliament. Most you don't interfere. But what the IMF forgot is that when isophoton and whatever rule in the Beno, Supreme Court declared as a nullity.
Don't worry.
Make a fact. When the Supreme Court dealt with isophoton and whatever issue under Article 1815. Supreme Court declared the international commercial agreement I was signing under Parliament here. Or you're null and void. Yeah, them not okay. And
okay, emphasis about question. Why will I buy a central bank? Now, what people central bank? Why is I buying the air again? No time central bank.
Yeah, well, KCB Supreme Court can answer. Well, friend, Clomega number 2 versus Ghana Port and Harbour Authority. Mama Akai.
Okay.
Demo alter igwe abena Supreme Court distinguishing law na work at the look. There are situations as state institutions where you're independent, where you win ejuma in win the parliament baby. But there are peculiar instances ibia or ya ben oreye. But a ben impede public scrutiny baby minti a ben zinenyum kosuma. Make a day. Za America the IMF loaning yes or your loan. Now your Bank of Ghana and Wubutia from one profit and our dividend wobe onunti on parliament.
Okay.
It's trying to hide the whole agreement because retrenchment AEB woman wobe jinkofezi one
pede. That's what I was coming to. But
there are a lot of things I want pede. Parliament is a message.
Okay.
Wonyim do shishem.
Yeah.
One pede
Dedikai say
position you do.
You see, you can be a message. So you just say anything like Badwam is doing.
No.
Please,
no,
please allow me.
So on pen once I'm you never kept quiet. You never kept quiet. You were not extremely silent. No. So
will you allow me? I'm the moderator.
Me,
I'm not the moderator. With the greatest deal of respect.
I think
it's
no, it's not your fair to Minister.
You see, Yakupon Adaroma.
Obey minister.
Obey minister. Oh, it's out with you.
Obey minister.
Communist imperial.
That is CIT.
So, Yakupon Adaroma, Oshesani Amamoni Air Corner. And night back where Jiran Swayan MPP for the Biano, or nobody ye the day. And ye sikasem. And then Yamia Daroma also can you then one ya complex explanation to very fundamental and simple issues. Very complex explanation. Fundamental and simple issues. So I confuse you so that you will not follow the argument. So that you will not understand.
Let's listen to a simple and then fundamental.
So Nyankopon Adaroma ene IMF for no mo eye nhyehyɛ na ye ne omo koye yen asekyere ne sai asekyere nkyere say IMF for ene beye bibi e de ama yen but for credibility purposes of credibility say ne beye a wo kaba wo sabi Togo anala sabi omahene wo Cote d'Ivoire na obi ewo Nigeria no hu say Ghana for nhyehyɛ mu no IMF for kra ene omu yes ahyehyɛ nti say medim sika ko wura oman ni mu a me mmoka hunu say me ni wonu mu diga ana me ni omu di nsawoso a me wo backbone.
Okay, so bibi na local Ghana for yanka say credibility de etosin nti IMF for me local apa investor bi buy who that
no, you see it's a boost so and say we need credibility kra that is not the meaning. Who credibility all right and even in the first place IMF for nankasa cry upon so we need credibility that they won't do business with you so we need be cry upon now we be atcha pansam no they will even in the first place do business with you and no say only one mo ko sa hyehyɛ na emma wo level bi emma wo kosoro esen amaya hodo bi no emma wo bi a wo invest in wo country bi no bia no ni mu yedu enne yensese mu no de o se yenka ho asem no da bia no omo de review review upon review so kan sa ade a wo de amaye ya nyame adawoma
the third one so ahyehyɛ na no ahyehyɛ dem bi say question so ahyehyɛ na
sa strategy wo be ja na fata o hu wa time no na topics no so do nti we be twa so de akọ ayi nti obeye sa jai sa na fata so say ne be ya yakọ third review na ba no ye hu say bibia de na kwam IMF hu say sabe yan yankobọ busia amfa ametwa kakeke ama ye hwe na IMF hu say sesia no per the third review no sika bia o man na nya no we are pumping it into infrastructure we are pumping it into niema ebetumi ama ye mfaso IMF catch say in fact within the shortest possible time no debt sustainability no ebeye krabehwe these are what I mean niema containing in the third review I see enka kwasem and of course because of pay to me mabanti no he will dodge all these things all the fantastic niema IMF kafa yesika sam ho say se ade nyame adaro masika sam no agina ne nan so and in fact going forward no ebegya ne nan so crashing say so it for me the fundamental issue is that nyame adaro ma IMF for nye MPP for IMF for nye NDC for nti say ye feel say be very objective na omoka de enye emfa aban ho na abagye dia ene so omoka de ye fa aban ho so ogidi so omoka de enye efa aban ho na se wa nye ani dia ene se omoka de ya you have the right say onye enu so ni but you can't tell me say nam so wo position anti omoka de enye dia na wo bodo no wo sa na omoka de ye dia you will cleverly dodge those points.
In the simplest term no dia na IMF for so much
your own person change nyina say Ghana simple me na o tisa hwesa krom wo tie me person o tie nyina de say Ghana yesika sam agya ne nan so Ghana ye kọ yanimu no ye bosia bo ye bo e wo man mu eni ye deficit eni ye inflation eni ye transactions ye wo man mu bia no e begya ne nan so entitim pansam say ye nuanom MPP for person Ghana for nyina e believe no it is that leg of their argument in politics no it's weakened.
Okay,
that's a fundamental issue.
Thomas Seidu ewo takwa and Thomas Seidu Ibrahim big brother me dawase so will contribute to Thomas Seidu si men kan all over for your market say bo homodin pi na tie natural note to and how be wa then you can respond appropriately to honorable deputy minister.
Only pen but moment pen
and also order CPC weti
moment pen
oh my etume wo pin owo mahin
why ni
eyi kobran kase
yeah go
kobran kase I zero questions amam yim do mahin
me
bisa kofo o mahin ni shedam bisa yen kodo oye
the people have for the domasipi but you know what about your market or baby am
never satisfied
so ibisa komna ese bisa da oye
mama say you know Dr. Baumia ade the MPP for friend revelation be about relating to Eurobond diversion of 250 million into a private commercial bank. Or stated the Bank of Ghana Act say itia share a warning. A response from sector minister say also soon display the ignorance. What really is the situation?
Oman Ozikan me just that shofar wash and no pay na hona wo tin na wehu anope na what won asom so de the mo constitution hun samsama ye kan fa IMF azi hu and this abanin to me be ya no yamfa no nto nchen oman answer na me you Dr. Baumia na asam na no me more simple scenario let me use mamu not the same as am na
hold on a bibi nye clear because make a statement be one say omo constitution most when you
me who the opposite chair then
yes constitutional by the provisions of article 1811 and 1816 the IMF extended credit facility or a loan $900 million it's a loan to be repaid over a period by government it adds on to the public debt.
That's why you see some of these things. Some way you are not happy yourself. You know, government, I was saying it here, and institutions, I was saying it. You are a lawyer.
Institution,
please. You see,
I've raised the argument of alter ego, and I'm saying
no alter ego. You are just using words. And not until say a court of competent jurisdiction, I will say indeed, abino eshe. Obi echi na invite they will pierce the veil no and say they will lift the veil no you can't sit here and say I mean you are
in the Bank of Ghana na work about say na Ghana
please if you think that something and that is why they tell you and you don't understand because no matter how they explain to you you will not understand so go to court
okay
and you have been going to court to challenge issues go to court and challenge
let's move on
okay
at least the opportunity has been given them and the Ghanaian people have seen it and have it no problem it's all right. But
you also don't take advantage of go to court and do the wrong thing.
No, but this issue. We have
why you know what that something is right. Let us do that to also put in the caveat.
Don't say this.
Your interest in going to court, go to court.
Maybe I want to court to court.
No. I just said the person was the answer after I did.
No. That is not the posture. Please,
it is not your posture, but government's posture.
It is not. It is not. Listen, this issue, this is not the first platform he's raising this issue. Even on the floor of the House, a lot of explanation at the committee level and on the floor of the House, a lot of explanations has been offered. So what you say, and on several platforms. So why do you say, I didn't hear canon? You me feel say the final habitat and I said the final quarter battle wo maimua and no omo independent e bia omo be come out what ase no it's not court fako
okay
because one tie dey can dey fako
okay
omo just a cover wash was not what tie so what yes besi hwara say the mayenyim bi no atum ni hye won sema won fi awotwe nyi o 8 years
he has nothing to say about
it is open obey but no problem nyame nti je boko akopɛ nchechi
enim nyame nti anka how many issues have you sent to court
mami
how many cases haven't you sent to court
on the nurse them hackle
and make I see this
akwa no send me text said ba minyim menua as when it pleases him oya no don pɛ no asa sa obey any mischief na attack na bo no why madam no makasa no oman 2002 na me a young businessman and a student banker bi no pɛ do trick him na me wo me investment ehwa na owo fixed deposit na me here overdraft me za to motorbikes na me ze ye adwuma ose oremam loan na we use me sika na owo fixed deposit no ozaye security was it offer na mam me be fie na me ba dwen wa ma say fixed deposit at that time na fixed deposit no interest I may earn was around 12% fixed deposit now we introduce what's a call account into no investment e be more flexible into any interest kaka wo na me hu the loan no so a was mama overdraft na was mama the interest was around 29%. So I asked myself, "Adi na mo kra na me se de o, me pɛ da mo me bank ni zin." Na me be send the relationship manager. Says ya yen hwɛ imam overdraft for 180 days. Mo tu ma beske no meyi. Na ma so me investment oye dem owo ho. Now oye matching oye 1-to-1 amount anam one almost the same amount na ezemam as overdraft. Ebe charge him arrangement fee, processing fee, management fee, etc. etc. Miss ni na aboma me twum hu de nyanse nyim the mo weska ho na owo investment him na me say agebosia from the same bank at a higher rate enyize kwado yemu bi we were in corporate before becoming lawyers and now becoming politicians setekwe oya menyanko papa ato forcing minua mesin baya bosu me basa ya nyankofo yeso na me catch on there they've gotten it wrong. Me economist, me a lawyer. Now the basic knowledge I have in corporate, they shouldn't deceive Ghanaians. Dr. Baumia is rather knowledgeable on your ignorant. Why? Most there, Bosia na yekobo en yekobo Bosia 1 billion. No $250 million no. Yadzibeshe Ghana infrastructure fund mu. Asampapa ya pass law. Na sike da ho. One aban true minister of finance. Mo asam nye there. Sika na other Bank of Ghana or ye idle. Mfasu biara mba ho. Yatase nti mo ye den wo ho. Mo di sika na akoma UBA private bank. Ena ba na UBA for ye. Wasan we invest the misika into treasury bill. Now, mamin check treasury bill. What kind of treasury bill are? Treasury bill nin chemanye there. Aben rebo bosia. It would sika bank na say to treasury bill. It means that the misika is ko aben bosia. Now, UBA has invested that money in treasury bill. Aben sika. Aben sika. Aben na ni sika. Aben aboboda mo bosia. Na aben retua interest on that amount. And you call it investment? Like seriously? Is this government serious? Aben nenu abrepa. Nasa baumia ka I say that baumia mbom or ignorant. Can all of us put our political colors on my hand or what way? So what you call 1,500 Ghana cedis. Na usika na odaho India. Nasa bank bi ba catch odo. Inya bosia. Inti opedo bo bosia. No all your different loan agreement or some. Meanwhile usika da ho. Now what charge you interest? Usika da ho. Isn't it better for you to use your own money? In any event, you have for common sense and on twinching. Nayambra law, Bank of Ghana, by the act, no, there, all forex, yen foreign currency, yen pound, dollar, euro, accounting, I should be a central bank. Now, Bank of Ghana, they want us what investment advisors. Asa abene japazi ananiska sembinya na wopede wo investor wo foreign instrument bi they can invest them foreign equities or them for subaba. Now I would have been okay if Minister of Finance had come out to said, "Oh, you be a for what this can we invest in fixed deposit." Fixed deposit shade bank na ankasa one means of investment. Ibia was rebo a private entrepreneurs bosia and now they are investing in some other equities. When they title that product fixed deposit, it means that it's one private placement. On inti, it's a mohana. Why we invest, baby, we invest one on phone. But what did the man fashion was more? That I would have understood. But to the extent that the investment in or your treasury bill, they should come again. I rest my case.
Omahine, you are Baumia. So I'm here in this country, obe lose credibility or Casamobia and TB. And I'm so person obey vice president in Tino. While here, when my mom for a piano, on one Casa Juma, why yank, Ghana phone, you know, Bunny so won't umunim diano. They be obey display ignorance and set up a air can. The TN say Ghana or May per 2015 budget, you know, 14 to 2015 budget, you know. Ye can say na ye ko akwako rizi Eurobond. Na sa Eurobond na ye kwako rizi no. emu sika bi ye be cedi to Ghana Infrastructure Fund a wonom ewo wonom board won bibia anu nti se ye ko register sika no na yenya cedi sika no to that particular institution is not part of our reserve again. That is where they are getting it wrong.
But the institution is not operational.
Who is telling the institution is operational? Institutional. Ya no great. I want the board. Want the BBR. Please.
Operational.
Please. Allow me to flow. Oh,
Unfortunately, not too disorganized, but you share any sense of over. Very unfortunate. Unfortunately. Yakwa.
Yeah, it is any medical kind. Yakwa raise bond no. I de bam rashe begafie me G2 mono. Dear one catcher a buy catcher and say, see a koji says sika emu 250 million dollars no ebeko into Ghana Infrastructure Fund. Enunti say nya basa pe sa 250 million is not part of our reason no catcher say you bank to Bank of Ghana. That is where Baumia and his people are getting it wrong.
Okay. A free Bank of Ghana.
Autonomous institution.
Did you pay?
Anna, pay one more constitution, and now one more. I want to say, I'm big manager say, some particular institution or committee decided to invest any money within the fund. In any case, the argument, a sensational argument they are making is that I don't think they describe us as certain idol. You see, se o jisika bi koto account mu na se even o plan and na se o ye nkrata to use that particular money. It is only wise to say se sika no tena we account nim for 1 month. Now feel say 1 month before you even use it no. E be ubetime invest na abrew mfaso a wa boa o mind to
bear in mind she share that ho as say o faso answer no akọ investment.
It is said that wa e was o faso a answer no akọ investment ne say once a sika na ba beto sa fund ni mu no. Sa board no bet me take a decision as to how to use the money. No. And yes, a part of reserve be no aka say untimi first reserve no bank to a commercial bank bi mu. In the once sa institution bet take a decision say okay, ye invest sika no na Ghana mine mfaso. You see am no ka say ye nya ye kwanya about $23 million plus $250 million. Nti sa sika no tra ho kwa nka sa sika ne nya. Anunti sa akonya no na Ghana ban anasa one more Ghana Infrastructure Fund no fire ye waba umia dimika kiti so ne bia nso adenya Ghana ban adivert sika say odekwa kwaye campaign. How can you say this? And I know bibisa no very important question say ba umia yi enti why aduma Bank of Ghana da obi aban betimi de nsa abo for two or Bank of Ghana, they acquire politics and you should come and answer this question. You are Baumia. Why a Bank of Ghana governor, deputy, da ewo maimu. The best in Sisaya or the brain and say, Omubo busia diano, Ombo, then nobody ye. Productive venture ben nobody ye, Omudi could tria a cat. Then for so yaye. Some men, you are Baumia, no a governor, Bank of Ghana, deputy, Bank of Ghana, or more governor, deputy. Emra na yewa Baumia e describe economy Ghana economy as robust no ye ton Ghana Telecom and so na tumi de atuaka enne Baumia se obi a nkenkan wo man mu ha enne o se ono kwa na kan obi a nkenkan o ka asem na koka bia o se yenye superior economists sa arrogance enne sa kasabi sei no me gidi ye say I was watching who free home.
Dr.
Baumia. I think he's going personal.
I'm not going personal. Not at all. I'm going. I'm
personal.
No, I think.
Please.
I think you are going personal. No, I think in all fairness.
Hold on.
I think
it could be an act, not the person. So
yeah, so that's why you should clarify that.
So the act is utterances na ifrinanum ebaye. That na may describe say. It is not fair to Ghanaians. It is not fair to anybody who attempt criticizing it. And that I was so trained who free home.
So you are removing the arrogance.
No, it's the act is arrogance. It's a clear display of arrogance.
Oh,
that's the act.
But not his person.
That's his person.
No,
The act
but
is a
how,
clear display of
how
arrogance.
do you relate arrogance to
this is
a person?
Please,
You relate arrogance to a person.
Please, it's unnecessary.
No, Omahin. In all fairness, baby no be kadame for one. Must stop it.
You are destroying too much.
Omahin, let's.
No.
Mo baby no be for kadame. Must stop it.
No, I'm saying that don't bring this in. That's his position, and I don't think that Dr. Baumia will even have a feel of saying.
I mean, when the person has Onuakaza say Yanko Kanya, they have said more you cried than this.
Monk kind, yes, what's Mango Kenkai. Kind, was a monk kind. More raising counter arguments against Nadian. Go and read exactly what he said.
Because
in his response, the foreign minister
I will take my time and explain this particular issue. Because MPP for intricate and say it's only campaign message.
But you're not the part of the team. How do you know?
They don't have. What have they told you? What? Tell me what the MPP has told you. I need to be more Obama go. Wow, take away or what about my MPP? And so they are hopping from one issue to the other. They don't have campaign.
But what
message.
makes you think that Metro Obama NDC?
I'm not saying that. Tiasa me kai ni. Me kan so Metro Obama CPP and NDC and MPP. Me try say can there back ko kire me enunti. Ubetime just so crackers or consider crack so better about my MPP. They don't have the campaign message, so they are struggling now. The BHM could be then they will patch onto it. And now, unfortunately for them, no, and for me, the Ghana Infrastructure Fund the fire, no. Me did yes a black Ghana money more. As saying, send your person who's a Ghana for you GD say, yet the encyclopedia of Bob a bicycle community, the Baba Yaman yourself. The best say, I'm your son a no. Yen can correct a crack. Omunim say they've lost the argument on development. Now, Omahine, to even wind it up, this particular registration exercise, I'll tell you, that is where I saw say the MPP is a disorganized political party. That is where I saw say the MPP is going to lose this election more than any election he has lost in this country. And so, utimi who say, nima bi omu ye bi insist so. Inti yen chantro. From you and I were not there in Supreme Court. To 10% of foreigners in the register. And then we are belandi. Ntu fi say ochina, ba umia eka sembia me anawo. Unyu hu mienu kra say na wati.
Okay, you mean film na fa wo situation.
Ade o beta ba me pipi na.
You want to wrap up?
Ade we pipi na.
Hope fa o man so me conversation.
Oh money, yes ye temu. Oh money, yes ye temu. Oh mana nyamia tunsa freye.
Ghana mai.
Wana no nyi say Israel yewe yes ye temu. Nyame shranye.
So fi asama bo TV won.
Bibiara wonem ber omahin. Enye mo wope na za odefo ahyehe akufado baomia nyame za akonya mamo na won fia wotwe na we bezin won so za nyame za mohon ehu wo so was abetwo
okay
inti say yenyi message
statement of fact please
4
years now
say the Thomas
takwa say the Thomas this is your client say the Thomas hey che Dr. Baumia onye nanado nyami inti
okay
afi
e ade block all route
ye benya Flagstaff house one
nima Flagstaff house na
Sedu Thomas
say siara wona nkasa oman wona nkasa
when you are doing registration your strongest hold
okay
that regional chairman of the strongest hold in this country was slapping people
okay so oman catch up producer oman
okay
this one day
threatening me on the same another issue.
Say this one day
MP raises
threatening you must be careful.
Do you have
any close to you? Unfortunately for him, he has not asked.
Wrap up.
Come on, you're threatening why you're there.
Waka pre-debate. Why waka pre-debate? Waka pre-debate. Na IEFO.
Okay. Are you introducing the third topic? Are we going to discuss it?
No, Brett. First, just a minute.
IEFO. Why that?
Because.
Oh,
why no one? You know, in this
debate,
country, you don't need to say this. Look.
Mama
You know, in terms of debate, Ghana, my president, His Excellency John Dramani, in terms of debate, don't go there. Don't go there.
Buma Kama.
Nana.
Wadaroma.
Nukro. Ubim. Anumetanam. Oh, Atomaraba.
Hey, Mukaza no.
Session Meka or be for Naso. Make a foot to Yenya. Casa. Nay. Omo defi wabo sefi this is river no come over
Jaboso
sefi Jaboso on bi akando atomarabo mu yemi ma on atomarabo nei on ubi
akando ya was na ya brefo to aso dia man me dey man he dey come na
me hekla na